What's up, people? Patricia Venice back at it again with the white vans. So another truck update. Yeah. Computer's down at home. Drunken antics from when I was a teenager on it have come back to bite me, needless to say. So thank you, younger variant of me, for being deviant online. Nothing illegal. Anyway, yeah, so truck episodes are going to be the main dandelion for the next couple of days now. And I know, before you're saying you're holding your phone while you're driving, I'm not. You're on my dash. My hands are on the wheel. Not even looking at the camera. So, kind of just talking to myself. So, whatever. What I wanted to talk about today is something that hits near and dear to all of us, I think. And that's, family members that don't necessarily like you, but tolerate you. And I know, political culture life, that's what I usually talk about. And this is kind of on the same grasp of it, because I got family members who don't like me because of my politics, and I don't like their politics, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. Now I know y'all have heard the famous Thanksgiving article of what am I supposed to do if my crazy conservative or my crazy Donald Trump loving uncle, when he comes to dinner, how am I supposed to survive with that? And honestly, if you can't survive an awkward conversation for an hour, I don't really know what to tell you there. But if you're actually having trouble with your family, if you're, if you know your family did something wrong and you feel like you have the right, or if you feel like you need to go to the police, that's absolutely something you should do if you think that's the right call to make. And I don't envy you in having to do that, because that's a hard line to cross. However, doing said thing and then looking for clout on Twitter or trying to raise money are gross and abusive towards, not abusive, it's abuse of human rights, human decency rather, excuse my miswording there. For instance, there are two instances I saw where one daughter knew her entire family went to the DC event, we'll call it that. There was, from what I've read, and I could be wrong, there wasn't any proof that they were doing bad things there, and it looked like they were only at the forthcoming event, where it was just the speaking event. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and they deserve, everything that's come to them, so be it. And, for this sake, let's say that they did do the bad thing at the Capitol. What really annoys me is everyone has a civic duty to do what's right, and if they see a crime, they should probably report it. I'm not talking something petty like, spray painting, or someone steals chips off a counter or something. That's, you do what your conscience tells you. But if your family does something that you disagree with politically, that's a freedom of speech thing. But if they do something illegal that you disagree with, that's grounds to call them out or call the police on them. And kudos to you if you have the balls to do that. The one instance we're talking about is where a daughter went out and said, thanks a lot, Mom and Dad, for not letting me go out to the Black Lives Matter protest. In exchange for that, you guys being evil and racist, I've contacted the FBI to investigate you for the bad thing that happened in DC. And the FBI did get involved. And then, in going forward with that, she ends up making a GoFundMe or a PayPal account or whatever. And she asks people, because, she's homeless now, for PayPal, for people to pay her, and it's for a college fund, or it's for something else. The point is, I think she made $50,000 on that. That's, if not more, and that's just when the first story came out. I haven't seen it in a couple of days, but I've just been fuming on this. But it's crazy. I mean, do your civic duty. I understand. Do what you feel is right. Snitches get stitches sometimes, but that's in the lockup. That ain't now. But what, selling your family out? I mean, the communists couldn't, want this more. I have family from communist Poland, and it's absolutely crazy. My grandparents and my parents went over there, one of my parents rather, went over to see her family over there. They had to talk in secret because their aunts or their nieces or their cousins were working for the Polish Communist Party's secret police, and they would indoctrinate the young ones and the kids to rat on their parents if they were even talking bad about the Communist Party. And yeah, they ain't preaching communism no more and trying to brainwash kids that way. But if you can bribe your children, if you can bribe children to sell out their parents, that's something gross and disgusting. Especially with the financial benefit. Now, granted, no one's paying them forward to come forward with that information. However, it does set an unhealthy precedent that in the future, kids see these kids getting wealthy. There's another one I just saw too, where this one I think is more justified, where a father said he was threatening to end the boy, as it were, to end his son, because the father was a radical Trump supporter and threatened his son for being a Democrat, which is wrong and horrible. If your kids are a different political persuasion, then you let them go. You had your chance. That is certainly justified to call that in on your father or other family members who threaten you. Totally get that. That being said, the kid once again made a GoFundMe account or a PayPal, whatever, and raised upwards to originally got the $100,000 he was asking for, and then raised it to $200,000. Now, where it sits right now, last I checked, was $110,000, which that's a lot of money because I don't got that kind of money. One day I might, not right now though. But that's, again, it's the whole financial benefit off of ratting people out. That's gross. If this person had just said, "Yeah, my dad's crazy, threatening to kill me," understandable, get it, no problem. I just don't like the financial benefit kids will see from things like this. And, do the right thing, obviously. If you know your parents are doing something wrong, probably should cut contact. Maybe not snitch on them, but, that's on you. But, if you can sleep at night doing that, that's fine. That's fine. What's deeply upsetting about all of this, aside from the fact that it's very Orwellian and tearing families apart, is that first of all, these people aren't very intelligent with their demands. When they classify what the money's going for, and the kids say, "Oh, it's my college fund," and let's say they don't use all of it on a college fund, first of all that income is taxed when they get it, because a gift is saying, "Here, have this money, I don't care what you do with it." A tax is you saying, or you get taxed if there's a specific request that came with it, because there's being a service done and that service is being paid, and that service is being paid, rather. Not that the service is being paid. I didn't explain nothing, excuse me. I'm at a light right now. That being said, we're at a point now in this country where, God forbid, we loved our neighbor. God forbid we sent our previous night's chicken casserole over to Miss Birmingham across the street. But, I guess it's a dog-eat-dog world now. And some people will tell me, Venice, that's how it's always been. That's a damn shame if that's the case. Absolute damn shame. And I don't want it to be that way. I don't want to raise my potentially future children to be snitches. I don't want to raise my potential future to want to turn me in. Not if they want to, eat, that is. Kidding, of course. I'll feed my children even if they threaten to turn me into the police. But it's just crazy. It's disgusting. It's horrible. And more descriptive words that YouTube don't like. Abhorrent, What at the end of the day, where we stand though is people do bad things. It's on you to do what you think is right in that regard. And it shouldn't be anything further than that. If people want to give you a gift without you dropping your PayPal or you dropping your, Cash App, whatever, fine. But the minute you start asking for stuff is the minute I start losing respect for you. There's plenty of opportunities in my job where I gotta call the police on people. There's a lot of instances where I go through people's houses for my job and I see abuse of the highest regard of animals or people, or have children living in the most depraved situations, and it's disgusting. And I have no choice but to contact some kind of Department of Child Services or Family Services or Elderly Services, whatever, and try to get these people help. I'm not against doing that, even against people who are paying me to do a job there. If I see something wrong and I know I can fix it, I'm going to try to do it. I'm the kind of guy where I see a guy with a tire blowing out the side of the road, I'm going to go over, pull over, and help him. I ain't going to ask for a contribution. He offers to give me $20. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You don't have to. You sure? You don't have to. And after those 2 times he gives it to me still, sure, I'll take it. I'll go have lunch on him. Thank you very much, sir. But, that's dead. That is absolutely dead. A sense of community, a sense of duty, a sense of honor. It's all about getting licks on Twitter, or it was before I got banned off of Twitter. I didn't do nothing wrong, I promise. I didn't do nothing illegal. I just changed my picture to Donald Trump with a mustache, and I changed my name to just a normal guy named Donald Trump, and I disappeared. Real quick disappeared. Whatever. Didn't really use Twitter much anyway. I just doing it as a joke. It's gross. We need a sense of community, and not a community like Tumblr or Twitter or Facebook, though that helps. I'm talking like going to church. You don't have to go to church. I'm saying something like church. Going to the arts and crafts hall. Going to your Sicilian group club or your German group club or something. Maybe not the German. Sorry, guys. You kind of ruined that one for yourselves. But we got to do something, guys. We got to be in this together. It's like that High School Musical. We're all in this together, I think. I did musicals, not High School Musical. I was more of a Les Mis kind of guy. West Side Story, Bye Bye Birdie. Excellent. Excellent plays, of course. But where we're standing now, we're at a crossroad. And I fear we're going down a path we might not be able to recover from. And this isn't me being doom and gloom and, well, I guess the future's going down the toilet. I think it's been going down there for a while. But I like to believe there's a chance for us to springboard off the side when the bull water slashes, slurps up one side of it, and we could cowabunga surfboard our way out of this mess. And I think all it takes is for all of us to put down our phones, delete Twitter. Hell, actually, just get a phone without a camera. I'm one to talk right now, but that's eventually coming, I think. It ain't about the licks and the jabs you can get on Twitter. It's about being a community, loving one another. You can hate people. Don't outwardly express that hate. Got a gay neighbor, sure. Disagree with it, say, not my thing, but you do what you want to do. I don't really care one way or another. It's just, we need to be kind to people. We need to be loving. We need to be a family. And if your family's threatening you, by all means call the police. Do it. It's every right you have. Do it. Call the police. It ain't, better than you getting hit. I ain't saying getting spanked. You getting spanked, you did something wrong. But getting hit is no bueno, not where I live. But I don't want to see no people looking for financial retribution after destroying their family's life doing that stuff. And the family member may have destroyed their own lives doing it, and that's true. However, don't add, if you get financial contribution from them in court, that's one thing. Or if people want to give you stuff, fine. But I don't like it when people are like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, here, I won this argument, ha ha, Cash App, ha ha, Cash App. No, it's stupid. Stop doing it. It ain't worth it. It's not fun, it's not cool, it's kind of lame. Especially when I'm working a 5:30 a.m. job to 3 or 4 every day. It's a bit of a drag, and it's a bit annoying that people get to make a living being reply guys on Twitter or being the good guy. And yeah, that's selfish of me, I know it, but I think if we all did some hard work, we'd be too fucking tired to complain. Sorry I cursed. I didn't mean to. I was trying not to, but I did. We all get tired. We don't have time to worry about it. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. And right now, we're at the weak men create bad times. I'm trying not to be a weak man. We all have our weaknesses. But we should all try to be strong men. And that means if you're a woman, that's not me being sexist. That's me saying it's just, men is a term that can apply to women, and I am applying it to women at this point in time because women are still men. They're just wo. I'm a man without the wo. I could be if I wanted to, I guess, in today's day and age. That's not the point. The point is, we're here. Do what you need to do. Be a mensch. Do good. Stop being crybabies. And call out your parents if they do something wrong, but don't ask for financial retribution for it. Unless it's from them personally and not Twitter. Whatever. Get off of Twitter. That's what I'm saying. That kind of wrapping it up because I'm actually almost done with work here. And at some point I'm going to have to pull in and act like I'm not talking to myself on the phone. Because that'd be weird. Because I work with a bunch of people older than me. So they don't get it. In the meantime, I bid you all an adieu. Gorgonzola. Yabatsi. So I'll see you later, guys. Peace.